surreal moments are a hallmark of any bubble. So, when pop star Katy Perry went on Instagram to say she had met the world's most famous investor, Warren Buffett, and asked him what he thought of cryptocurrencies, alarms clanged. Buffett declared 3 years ago that Bitcoin, then valued at around $600, is a mirage and a joke. It has since soared to a stupendous $11,000 at one point last week, but the sage of Omaha might yet be proved right. One of my most astute city friends tells me the smart people are staying away from Bitcoin in the belief there is more to be made from blockchain, the technology that records the transactions. It sounds to me like a variant of the sensible old principle: when there's a gold rush, invest in shovels. Bitcoin was spawned in the aftermath of the financial crisis, and then, at a time of deep disillusion with the banking system, it had a certain anarchic, libertarian appeal. Rather than being in the hands of an unaccountable elite of corrupt and inept bankers, here was a currency open to all and controlled by no one. Almost a decade on, and instead of an alternative to the conventional system, cryptocurrencies look like a grotesque parody of it. So we now have ICOs, or initial coin offerings, a conscious echo of IPOs, or initial public offerings of shares. Or, in the case of Ross Brennan, a 28-year-old dealer from Yorkshire who was jailed for 13 years in the autumn, an online illicit drug supermarket where customers paid in Bitcoin and could leave reviews rating the goods and service they received. It is not clear whether the prostitutes Brennan frequented with his ill-gotten gains accepted Bitcoin or insisted on proper money, but on one level, cryptocurrencies are no less real than conventional notes and coins. For a number of decades now, the world's major currencies have been fiat money. They are not backed by a set amount of gold as they were in the past. Notes and coins are valid as a means of exchange for no other reason than because governments say they are. And like Bitcoin, many businesses are becoming disembodied. They don't own physical assets, but act as facilitators, like Uber, which does not own cabs, but a cab-hailing platform which is attracting a flood of investment despite its latest quarterly losses of $1.5 billion. Just Eat, an online takeaway service that lists restaurants and takes a commission when people order through its sites, has no outlets and barely any staff, but has just been promoted to the FTSE 100. It is valued at more than Marks & Spencer, and, as it was elevated, one of our most respected engineering firms, Babcock, was demoted, a sign of the times. You might think the business of avocado is dropping off pots of hummus in leafy corners of the home counties, but you would be wrong. It sees itself as selling solutions, not goods, hence its deal to provide a robotic warehouse system to French supermarket group Casino this week. Like Bitcoin, the mainstream banking system is built far more on faith than on assets. The word credit derives from the Latin credere, to believe. One reason banks traditionally have such thick walls is to mask the fact their activities are inherently unstable. Even the concept of having money in the bank is a myth. It is not there. In our system of fractional reserve banking, institutions only keep a small proportion of depositors' money in their coffers at any given time. The rest has been lent out. Perhaps it is no wonder so many people have been taken in by Bitcoin when the world's leading central banks have created trillions out of thin air through quantitative easing. It's officially sanctioned funny money. Bitcoin and its offspring are another step down the same road.